From Channel 5 Sports, this is a special Olympic preview. Next stop, Seoul, with Mark Giangreco.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Topping our Olympic coverage tonight, the fear of violence at the Seoul Summer Games. That fear rose to the surface today, unfortunately, when a protester threw fire bombs at the Olympic torch runner. The closest the bombs exploded were 10 yards from that torchbearer. The firebombing set off a skirmish between students and riot troopers in the streets, but no one was injured, and the flame, luckily, never went out. Now, for months, pictures of rioting have filled American television screens. Some fear international terrorists have already arrived in Seoul. The South Koreans and the Americans alike, both using shows of force to keep those terrorists away.
It's not only American athletes who have arrived in Seoul. The battleship New Jersey is there, too.
And once again, Channel 5 Steve Handelsman is in Seoul live right now, which even in this day of satellite technology, I find pretty incredible just to be able to speak to you, Steve.
But it is pretty incredible, Mark.
Unfortunately, security is the topic that everyone seems to have on the tip of their tongue. Is it like an armed camp there? Are they very discreet about it, or what?
No, Mark, they are very discreet, and it is not like an armed camp. Here Thursday morning in Seoul, the only armed forces people you can see are those beautiful sport parachutists who are practicing over the Seoul Olympic Sports Complex for what their role will be during the opening ceremonies.
Steve, thank you very much. I imagine so. And, you know, I've seen some NBC cameramen smash bottles on their heads as well. Despite fears of terrorism, though, 40,000 Americans have already taken the trip to Seoul to see the Olympics firsthand.
네, 알겠습니다. 전화번호가 어떻게 되죠?
Korean Airlines ticket agents in Chicago have been busy booking trips to Seoul for those who can afford it.
The airfare, if you go first class, is close to $4,000.
Kind of like New York City. If you're planning a last-minute trip to Seoul, about 40% of the tickets to all the athletic events are still available. The toughest ones to come by are judo, synchronized swimming, and gymnastics. 72% of the baseball tickets are still available. Next up on Next Stop Seoul this Wednesday, the bitter squabble that gave Bela Karolyi a trip to Seoul the way he wanted it. A Chicago commodities trader will try to win America's first gold medal in judo, and a two-time gold medalist who competed in the U.S. Hitler Olympics. But first, other Olympic developments. One-time Olympian and champion figure skater Ty Babylonia was hospitalized today. Coming up, a North Shore gymnast who some call the successor to Mary Lou Retton. That and more when we come back. Stay with us.
Next Stop Seoul is being sponsored in part by Pontiac.
Welcome back to Next Stop Seoul. You know, in 1984, Mary Lou Retton stole our hearts and won a gold and made us believe that the United States had finally arrived as a world gymnastics power. But this year, the Soviets are back with a vengeance, and they're expected to do very well at Seoul. Tom Scher looks now at America's best medal prospect, Phoebe Mills of Northfield.
Phoebe Mills is the outstanding American women's gymnast. Tom Scher, Channel 5 Sports.
And you know, Phoebe's coach Bela Karolyi turned Retton and Nadia Comaneci into gold medalists. Karolyi and other coaches will share the coaching duties in Seoul. That follows a bitter dispute over who is going to run the women's program. Annette Rogers-Kelly competed on the United States Olympic team in the 1930s and went from Senn High School directly to the 32 Olympic Games. She won a gold there and another one in 1936, and she is here now to talk about her Olympic experiences. You ran the 100 meters, you were in the high jump, the 4x100 relay. Was the conditioning any different? What do you do now?
Well, I work out, I do aerobics, and I don't jog, but I work.
Okay. I'll race you out of the studio after.
Okay, that I like, and I'm going to catch you.
Ooh, watch out. And thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, Mark. It was very nice being here.
And we hope you'll be watching Channel 5 for the next 2.5 weeks. And years
are
beyond
you kidding?
All right. Thank you very much. Tomorrow night at 6:30, the powerful influence of television on the Olympics and why the 88 Games may mark an end of an era in the way television coverage is done for the Olympics. You also meet an Olympic athlete who hopes to combine gymnastics and ballet for a perfect 10. Those stories and more on Next Stop Seoul tomorrow at 6:30. Finally tonight, the debut of Seoul Camp. See, we sent a home video recorder to the games perched on the big shoulders of my buddy, Olympic weightlifter Jeff Michaels. Told him to go out and shoot an Olympic diary, and that's what he's doing now. His first stop was L.A., where he picked up his USA wardrobe. This is the outfitter who gave him the clothes, just one of the perks when you're a team member. That is it for Next Stop Seoul this time around. Be sure to join us tomorrow night at 6:30. I'll see you again tonight at 10 o'clock on the Channel 5 News. We'll have more exclusive details on the Richard Dent development. Stay with us. Good night.